Why hello there, Purple Army. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum, and today we're going to be doing another Prince double reaction. And we're going to be checking out two separate pieces of content, both from the Purple Rain's YouTube channel. You guys can find the original links to these videos in the description box below, and make sure to go send them some love as well. Check out those links, check out their videos, throw them subscription. They're amazing people. They sent me a lot of good vibes, and the two videos we're going to be checking out today. The first are going to be some epic basketball stories, presumably related to Prince, and then we're going to be checking out some of what other guitarists think about Prince. So I believe these are going to be interviews. As always, I'm excited to check these out today, but before we do just that, let's please thank Namdi the Serenader for making this donation request. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, and blessings to you. But now, let's jump in. Starting with the epic basketball stories.
Prince beat you in basketball?
It was a team sport. It wasn't a one-on-one game.
Is that Howard Stern? I can always hear his voice.
And y'all seen the comedy sketch that was a distortion of what took place.
Prince is how tall, though? I mean,
Prince is about the same height as Cat Williams.
Right. He's about 4.
But Prince used to play varsity
he's about
basketball
4.
for his high school.
Really?
Yeah, and we all seen
How
what
tall is Cat Williams? Prince height, I know I looked this up before. 5'2".
Nate Robinson did at the All-Star game last year. So you can't just look at a dude and go, because he's 5 foot even, he can't jump or play basketball. Man, never judge a book by its cover. What a person looks like has nothing to do with what they're capable of.
So you're saying that Prince, like Nate Robinson,
was an athlete. Do you remember? You ever go to any of his concerts?
Sure.
Remember
I couldn't
those
see a
speakers,
thing.
when he used to jump off them speakers that was like almost 20 feet with pumps on? You don't tell me you didn't see that. Now, if anybody in here, I challenge you, put some pumps on and just jump off this desk right here and see if you're going to break your ankle.
I am a big...
Morris has got maybe cool shoes on, not like high boots.
One of my favorite versions of Prince is Gymnast Prince. It's insane to watch him do what he does.
Morris has got maybe cool shoes on, not like high boots. So the game begins. And before I know it, everything Prince throws up at that thing goes is a swish. I mean everything, like Stephen Curry. You know Stephen Curry?
Oh yeah.
Like that.
Just locked in
range,
perfect threes.
Swish. Close, swish. Everything, swish. I mean, I don't care what it is. It's in. So the game was over like that. He got 21 points. Morris Day got 16 points. I got 13. And all during the game, he's cracking about my shoes. hey, Tom McCann, swish. Hey, right, Tom McCann, swish. Don't even look at the basket, just
that's
swish.
aura, bro.
Truly, those stories about Dave Chappelle with Charlie Murphy and Eddie playing basketball are true.
I wanted to ask you something.
You know, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just gonna say it and pretend like it is true. Because he's such a talented musician, he can use his fingers, right? You see him playing guitar. There's a lot of dexterity involved, hand-eye coordination. Same thing with basketball. There's so much dexterity, hand-eye coordination involved. It makes sense for, I think, anybody who is just a virtuoso in one regard to also have at least a lot of carryover into other areas of life. Yeah, that's what I think. Also, I heard this thing randomly about the sport of tennis and pickleball and these kind of racket sports where because of the level of eye-hand coordination, you have to use your body with the racket to hit the ball or whatever that's coming your way and run around and all that good stuff. It's great exercise. Apparently, those specific kinds of exercises correlate very highly with increased lifespan. So that's more like pickleball, tennis propaganda thrown your way.
Charlie Murphy and Eddie playing basketball are true.
I wanted to ask you something. Did you see the episode of Dave Chappelle?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What'd you think of that thing?
Oh, loved it. That's a true story, by the way.
The Charlie Murphy story?
Oh, yeah, that's real.
So you guys got together and you guys play basketball?
Oh, definitely.
And you got game?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
And he don't.
And he don't?
Yeah. And be honest, it ain't that I'm that great. He's just so bad.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you have pancakes afterwards?
Well, I didn't make them, but we had pancakes. Yeah. No, I loved it. It was great. You know, what was cool, too, is Dave came over. He came to one of my shows after, and he's going, "Did you see the skit?" I said, yeah, come on, sit down. And then we're just sitting, chilling. We'd been there like 2-3 hours, whatever.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, I just said, Dave, want some pancakes?
At his house or in a park?
And this is at his studio called Paisley Park. This shit was
Damn,
cracking.
dog. I can't even imagine.
And he
that.
balled hard. I'm talking like game to 11, 1. Talking that shit, you better get up.
He like Prince on here. He got handles.
got hands.
He got handles.
Hands. But I know, I'm from the hood. Lord,
Right,
I know
right.
a nigga who running it.
Right,
Man,
right.
everybody in there trying to guard him. And he in there, dropping your ass. And he getting your face. And he north side. And you know what I'm saying? Oh,
This is
man,
awesome.
I'm in here looking like, man, I wish my mama could. I'm in here, I was on that. Like, I'm in here watching Prince.
Right,
And
that's
then
what
my
I'm
nigga
saying.
there like, man, you look like we
for
been
real.
so much.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Lord, we couldn't
I would
stop.
have been at all, dog.
If you go online, look up Prince's junior high basketball team. They're all light-skinned brothers with big afros. It's a Minnesota
They look
team.
like the
It's
Silvers.
all- yeah, look like the Silvers, like the Foster Silvers and DeBarge, all on one team playing. They all
My
got
God.
these giant afros.
How many afros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have 2 or 3 mini fros here. That's that's insane. The evolution of hairstyles is a wild thing to witness.
Foster Silvers and DeBarge, all on one team playing. They all got these giant afros.
Y'all should
these
see me with
half
my
brothers. I
long
said,
hair.
This is the craziest thing ever, man.
Not an
Minnesota
afro,
got
but
some straight
different.
up thugs too. I couldn't figure out where all this funk came from. Then there's a documentary on
The hair.
Minnesota music.
It's all in the hair.
Oh, it goes back. I think it was all the Chicago brothers who had to get out of Chicago and had to sneak out, and Minnesota was close enough to drive to.
So we had on club clothes, and Prince had on that outfit that was in the Kiss video, where he had the little like short shirt and the leather jacket and the buttons and stuff. He had that outfit on, and he was like, "Hey, y'all want to play some basketball?" He was like, "What the? You want to play some basketball?" My brother was Prince was a dude named Mickey Free that used to hang out. Then they used to all kind of wear that kind of Prince clothes. My brother was like, "All right, it's gonna be shirts against blouses."
And who won?
And they teamed up, and the blouses won. They beat
The glasses one. That's awesome. That's awesome. I had no idea. Let's give it a pause here. I had no idea Prince was such a basketball legend. Again, like I'm sure a lot of his hand-eye coordination abilities with guitar and drums and bass and everything he does helps out minorly with basketball, but it also seems like he played basketball early enough that he could have just developed those skills in the separate vertical as well. I've always kind of viewed like it's important to have multiple kind of hobbies going on in life. Like it would be one thing to just be the best, let's say, pianist on earth, and if that's all you did, I think that takes a little bit away from your life, at least lifespan, because you do need some physical engagement in the world. You probably also need some spiritual engagement, some social engagement, right? All of those aspects of life that makes us human, I think, are important. I'm glad that Prince has this level of physicality to him, and he's so good apparently that everybody else is praising him here. Not one person has ever praised my basketball ability. Granted, the last time I was in a basketball team was in like 7th or 8th grade. I was very clumsy, very tiny, not very sports adept. Now I go to the gym, so I have at least my physicality to me, but basketball is hard. It requires a lot of coordination. Anyways, let's jump into the next one. I'm excited especially for this video because Guitarist speaking on Prince, it's going to be lovely to hear their perspectives because I personally view Prince as one of the best guitarists ever. Just hearing his phrasing, his emotional influence on everything, the riffs that he comes up with, that performance on stage, his aura, all of that and more are all characteristics that are like super unique to Prince. My perspective, I could go on and on, but let's hear the experts talk.
I got all these obscure kinds of bootlegs from Paisley Park, and I come across this one beautiful bootleg. I can't wait to listen to it. And I noticed that he had a song on there that he named Tender Surrender. I'm like, of course, that's a very Prince kind of a title for a song, you know? And he's gonna get all the credit. And I thought, that's quite all right, because he's not a prince, he's a king. Put the CD in, and I listen to it, and I hear, bum, 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 bum. And I grab the CD, I look, it says, Tender Surrender by Steve Vai. I started banging on everybody's door. Look at this. And I just want to say, Prince, you were extraordinary and we are grateful.
You know, as I grow older and I start to understand what it means to be a singer, a songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, an entertainer, I mean, that's something that he's the best. I mean, it's the pinnacle. Prince is that to me. As a guitar player, I think he's the best guitar player in the world. I don't think anybody could touch him, and I'll fight you about it.
What am I supposed to do with this today, after you lose an artist and a guitar player such as Prince? What do you even play?
Wow, John Mayer. Because the influence Prince had on guitar, you can hear it. Even in John Mayer's playing, you can hear it.
Just think about how good somebody could be at their instrument, and not just one instrument, you know, all of it.
Multi.
And for me and my friends, and he's the best pop musician that ever lived. That's the best pop musician. And at a time where you were either an artist or an entertainer, to be both is unbelievable. And very, very, very few people do it. That is a man who did it perfectly, as far as I'm concerned.
Prince actually saw me on YouTube. So he had just finished the Super.
I'm curious if you agree with pop as the label for the genre there. But whatever vertical Prince was in, he became that vertical. The vertical became Prince, right? He's just that good.
As far as I'm concerned.
Prince actually saw me on YouTube. So he had just finished the Super Bowl, which was an epic performance. And, you know, Purple Rain, it's like it starts raining. It's like, how do you can't do that.
Magical moment.
It's like,
the greatest
you know, it's like,
ever.
It was incredible. So I was watching that going, wow, that's amazing. Literally the day after, I get a call. He goes, I'm flying in from Vegas with Sheila E. and we're going to the record plant and I want to jam with you. And I was like, okay, that's amazing. And he's like, you play one of your ideas and I play one of mine. And I'm playing bass and you play guitar. Sheila played drums and we just recorded. I got to find those recordings because somebody recorded that entire thing. Yeah, and we started a song called Knocking Down the Door. Never finished it. We jammed for a long time and it was really fun and wow, really cool experience for sure.
Like Prince is probably my favorite
Paul McCartney
modern act. I went to see his concert at Wembley.
Wow, that's high praise.
What do you like so much about him?
About Prince, he's an innovator.
Yes.
And he doesn't go the way everyone else goes. He seems to stand out from the crowd. He looks good. He dances good. He sings great, plays great guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And I like a lot of his songs.
Yes.
I like a lot of his albums. Even the ones that kind of don't do that well, you know.
So well said. Genius.
There's no other word.
Lenny Kravitz.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. To play all the instruments, to write the music, to perform that way, to have a
movie.
Yeah, a look, a whole thing, a whole direction. He did everything.
Yeah.
He did everything.
The Prince universe
and of course,
he created.
You know, was one of the major influences for me of playing all the instruments, producing myself. It was Prince, Stevie Wonder, Todd Rundgren, Paul McCartney, guys who did everything themselves and made records on their own. Yeah. Those were great influences, and so he was at the top of that list.
Sugizo, legendary Japanese guitarist, pays tribute to Prince with Prince's legendary cloud guitar. Sugizo, I've never heard of him. That's a global impact. Oh, Lord, it's beautiful. This speaks to me, man.
What do you think genius is?
Genius is doing consistently what happens to all of the rest of us occasionally. Everyone occasionally can have a moment of light, can have a moment of the perfect pitch, the perfect foul shot, the perfect note bend. Prince and I are the same. We were both born in 1958, 1999.
It's like repeated bouts of excellence that feel impossible for us, and we can occasionally achieve it in these moments. And he just does it moment after moment after moment for decades straight, and then continues to redefine music and kill it in all of those new definitions. That is otherworldly.
The perfect foul shot, the perfect note bend. Prince and I are the same. We were both born in 1958, 1999. Those chords, dun, 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 dun. I said, this guy's been listening to Joe Zawinul. Mysterious Traveler. Like, I could hear, he heard Mysterious Traveler. For like, it was no doubt in my mind that Mysterious Traveler was part of his listening. He just turned that into the ultimate party jam.
Let's get the right sounds here.
Donna Grantis.
All of we played that song a lot, but every time it felt, totally fresh and new and exciting and intense. Right before the solo, during that chorus, in the purple rain, Prince pointed at me, meaning, you take it.
Oh, because was he playing the solo most nights? Was he doing it?
He played the solo every night.
Oh, okay,
right. That's his solo, and that's a real sacred solo. Right. A tremendous honor to have had him, invite me to play it in my hometown, no less.
Well, I had really taken an interest with that remarkable introduction on When Doves Cry.
Is this a hat? That cannot be his real hair, right?
Remarkable introduction on When Doves Cry.
God, I don't think have I heard this song?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And to this day, it's
Billy F. Gibbons.
One of those challenges to try and learn it. And I was led to a corner table, and sitting all by himself, there was Prince. And we sat down, and he just wanted to talk guitar, and that just lit the fuse. Away we went.
I don't know what to say about it all, because what have I taken from them all? I mean, different things from them all, but what's been taken from us is beautiful, awesome, incredible music. Prince really threw everybody for a loop because nobody was expecting him. He looked so healthy, and it just really seemed to hit people hard.
Prince guy, and like he plays everything on this. He does everything. He recorded it. He wrote all these songs, and the record was so all over the place. But it was a journey. I went back and got Controversy, and I got everything. I found singles and Bambi and all this stuff, and the first 2 records. And my God, this guy's amazing.
Prince called me up and said, hey, you weren't treated right. Come on over to Paisley Park. Let's make a record together.
I love that.
So I lost 20 pounds before I worked with Prince.
I love that. That's what did it.
And that's kind of what did it, because I was so terrified of being in a video with him and not like looking and saying all that sexy stuff to me and going,
with him.
I don't think people are going to believe that.
I mean, was he a dream to let me though?
Prince was amazing, but what really struck me was, ironically, the last time I ever looked in Prince's eyes, the last time we played together, we were playing Let's Dance. Oh. We were playing Bowie's Let's Dance.
These dreams go on, close my eyes. Every second of the night, I live and know.
Now I better start singing, so. After that, he really supported me.
Yeah.
He was very, very generous with his life.
I can imagine.
And then lucky Ryan Waters over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they always work together.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Check out my guitar player, right? So
yes.
Then he gets to audition for Prince.
Yes.
No pressure.
Right? No pressure.
Not at all. I just had.
And it was like so illegal. I mean, when we was coming through Georgia myself.
Bootsy Collins.
It was like, funk was a bad word to say, you know, and it really wasn't a thing to do because you couldn't everybody couldn't dance to it, you know. So I think Prince came along and kind of legalized funk as you can dance to it. You know, we made it legal to say. And then when Prince came along, I think he kind of made a universal thing of it, far as people being able to dance and recognize with it, you know.
I think the first records were given to me, you know, when I went to Warner Brothers. I saw him play around the time of Parade in London, and I thought, well, this is as good as anything you're ever going to see. You know, it's as good as Duke Ellington or all that kind of, you know, I felt like he was that kind of band leader.
You know, I grew up listening to his music.
Dave
I'm an
Grohl,
80s kid.
We've heard
he
him
was the best
talk
bass
on
player.
Prince before.
He was the best guitar player. He was the best drummer. He was the best singer. He was the best dancer. Like, he was just the best. And you never imagined that a popular musician could be that talented. Usually you got one person that's good at one thing.
Right.
He was good at everything.
Right.
He was the best. Like, he was the best.
Prince,
and he's innovative in every
the most amazing
discipline
performer
too.
I have ever witnessed. He gives the best parties in Hollywood, probably in the world, and I know I'm missing a great one tonight. I wish I was there. I just think it's splendid that they're honoring you in England. Congratulations.
It's like, tell all your people to come to my house right now. And it's like 2 in the morning at this point.
Wow.
Is it
And so we're
Maroon
like,
5?
shit, okay. Like, we'll go to your house now, Prince. You know, incredible setup. I had my guitar strapped on my back like I was 19, you know, in the car, like all giddy because I'm going to Prince's house. When I covered Purple Rain, I know that he said he's getting it.
Well, that's
like, yeah.
high praise.
You know, him saying that is basically like exactly the highest praise you can
get.
Of
course. For us, kind of like really trying to make a kind of modern sounding at that time, trying to find like almost like where is rock going, where can it go, but it hasn't been before.
Is Matt Bellamy Muse?
And actually Prince, I would say, was a big influence on that. So, you know, I've always been a bit of a Prince fan, and that was the first song where we really sort of tried to embrace his style of singing and kind of more bluesy, almost funk elements, because he sings in this kind of falsetto voice that's kind of very sort of laid back and funky and cool. I mean, he obviously does the rock scream as well, so I kind of thought, like, what would happen if I tried that register, you know?
So working with the artist is more than just making music.
So influential.
Oh, yeah, it's we're connected heart to heart. And then out of the heart comes the music. That's the gift. But if we weren't connected heart to heart, then it would just be playing music with another musician. He's done that. I've done that. You know, now is a special time in our life. We get a chance to play with people that we really, really, really care about deep inside.
The Prince album. What do you?
You know what's super staggering about all of this here is the fact that, granted, he's having such a broad influence on, you know, Prince's own fans, but these are peers. These are other musicians in different genres. Some he's collaborated with, others he would never be able to collaborate with or just didn't get the opportunity to. And his influence is felt on those as well. Everybody just knows who Prince is. He is that guy. He literally is the like universal musical bridge. It's unbelievable.
You know, now is a special time in our life. We get a chance to play with people that we really, really, really care about deep inside.
The Prince album. What are you putting out? What
Prince,
is this?
It's called Camille, and it was a record he made under a feminine sort of avatar. He had sped his voice up on the tape machine. We were using various speed tape, and he sped his voice up to sort of sound feminine, and he was going to release a whole album under this guise of Camille. I met him one time, it was at an after party. Yeah, he was incredibly nice.
What did you guys talk about? Did you guys talk about guitar playing or anything like that?
We did a little bit, yeah. He told me no one will ever tell you how to play your guitar, Jack. Don't let anyone tell you how to play your guitar.
Okay.
Exactly, this is the actual words, yeah.
Celebrate your win afterwards.
I went to a party at Prince's house.
At Prince's house?
That did it.
He's got some weird spell over women that they wind up never leaving. It's like some sort of weird, like merry-go-round that you
I think he puts an instrument in your hands, and then you start jamming, and then you don't see the light of day. That's what happens.
Is that right?
Yes.
And so he's got... Stop it.
With Prince, what was Prince like to work with musically? How did that challenge you?
That would be an understatement. He is a complete challenge. He's a perfectionist in a world where perfection doesn't always exist. You know? So I won't say that he's never satisfied. He was pretty much, and we had some pretty good bands with him, but he was pretty tough, including the musical notes. I mean, everything, the space. If we used to have 5 members in the band, he would say there were 6, and the 6th member is called silence, or space. But he's right about that. That's the fundamentals of funk.
Yeah, spreading. What was it like performing in his hometown, his
Corey
music
Taylor,
on that
Slipknot.
night?
I mean, it was heavy. You know, it was one of those things where, as a fan, you're kind of knocked back a lot. You're just like, oh my God. And then it kind of slowly dawns on you. It's like, oh Christ, I'm playing First Avenue in Minneapolis the day that Prince died, just for the fact that I loved everything that he did. I wanted to walk out on that stage, no words, play the song, have all of us kind of come together and share that moment. I knew there were people in that audience hurting like I was.
Oh, wow. Oh, what a riff.
I played with Prince for almost 6 years. It was my biggest dream come true ever. So it's quite a fantastic experience for me, and I'm so grateful for the time I had with him and for everything I learned, because I learned so much.
And it's a beautiful city. It's very wonderful.
Top 3 fun Prince songs to play live.
Oh, Lord. Let's Go Crazy. Sexy Motherfucker. And, man, it's too many, man.
Let's work.
Oh, man. She's always in my hair.
This happened back in 2013 when Prince was scheduled to be on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. His guitar was not there for his sound check. It said, I don't have a guitar. And our stage manager said, well, maybe you can borrow one of Kirk's. Prince spotted my 1961 Epiphone Crestwood in the dressing room. I was like, wow, Prince used this guitar. Very excited by it. When it came time for the show, it's amazing. Well, Prince can certainly use the guitar for the performance. So my guitar left the podium. He plays Bambi with it. He does an incredible version of Bambi, and he's shredding. It's a lifetime of Prince fandom coming together in this one moment. I couldn't believe what I was seeing in front of me. And he puts the guitar, lifts the guitar up, and I think he's about to play behind his head, but he's not playing behind his head. What he does is lifts the guitar up, and he throws it in the air. And it comes crashing down. It's squealing in feedback, and he just struts off the stage.
He's like, hey, can I borrow your guitar? Proceeds to just destroy it. But like, that is a gift. If Prince destroyed my guitar, I would love it.
Once again, Prince!
There's some camera footage isolated footage of my reaction. The stage manager comes over to me. He's like, Prince wants to talk to you. So loud, I can't even hear what's being said. But all I could make out was, I'm sorry. I can make out, I apologize. I'll take care of it. The music was so loud because he's mixing the performance he just did. Like he said he'd take care of it. The day after, his management contacted me. They wired money into my account. I was able to fix my car at the time.
Aww.
I wish you were still here, that we could laugh and joke about that. Thankfully, you left behind so much amazing music for us to dance to and ponder and learn from and be inspired by. Yeah, you would definitely get a kick out of these times, I'm sure.
This is a beautiful video. I was looking for a video like this. I'm glad that you sent this one to me, Namdi. Oh, there goes my camera. Give me a second. I feel so much of what everybody's saying. Now, obviously, I am not a guitarist at that level, and I don't have the personal experiences with Prince that these mega talented musicians in their own right do. But when they speak about his musicality, the way that Prince inspires, I could have easily guessed, and I've even stated it throughout my various reactions, the influence that Prince has on everybody. And not only that, influence is one thing, right? That's just more outcome based, but every single engagement he has with all of these musicians, they love him. They say that this was such a pleasant time. He was such a nice person, or they shared laughs together. All of these moments with him, it feels like he just embodies what it means to be a magnetic human in general. And for me, I I'm also not only inspired by his musicality, but I'm inspired by the resonance he has as a human. You know, there's in like, you know, popular culture these days, like the idea of vibes is a big thing, but I think it oftentimes gets overused, or at least less understood, misunderstood maybe the word there. Vibes are short for vibrations. When somebody has positive vibrations, that's something that you physically feel. It's not just an aura. It's not just like a, how do I put this? Vibrations are physical and they resonate with you and your body very deeply and allow humans to connect with one another. Now that is, for at least the way I'm saying it, a little bit pseudo-science-y and you know, maybe refutable, but at a very abstract level, that is true. And his influence, his engagement, his communication musically or in conversation, whatever, it all conveys that Prince is a source of positive vibrations for everybody. And you can even hear some of the messaging that he's giving to these other artists. It's your guitar. Nobody else can tell you how to play it. You play it how it is, how you are. I think it almost feels like he's never said a wrong thing in his entire life. And everybody's inspired by it. His sheer talent alone would be inspiring, but everything else that makes him who he is, it just sets him over the top. It's one of the reasons why he will be remembered forever in the musical world, but I think in the world abroad as well. That kind of positive force, we will feel those reverberations through the decades, through the generations to come. So this is a fun double reaction today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did and would like to request one yourself, it doesn't have to be music. It can be documentaries. It can be these little content pieces. I'm down for that as well. So you can click the first link below to request a reaction. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.